on the ground. I'm living life dangerous in these Porsche Cups.
To go on a flying lap, and you know what?
I know, well.
Oh, it's drifting. From ACM being the first driver to set a valid lap. I think that's going to be a very big thing in qualifying as well, because a lot of these drivers are probably not as familiar with these qualifiers. So they're going to validate a lot of their laps. Maybe going off a little too early and track. One going to track because they're pushing that hard. Saying that they're invalid, but actually a lot of these laps do seem to be valid. You see this only jump up to second place. Relatively decent lap, just 1.9 seconds off. That's a sizable gap to begin with. And there's generally just about missed them coming across the line. Less than about a tenth and a half away from making it going.
I've invalidated both of my laps so far, so it's going well.
Nope. The final corner, losing the back end, right into the wall. I forgot which F1 driver we
Benson Button, maybe? Oh, I've got no idea. Vettel?
As you can tell, I'm really knowledgeable about Formula 1, and you should definitely ask me questions about it in the chat. So, yeah, I've put in a livery for this car. It's the 992, where it's from racing. Unfortunately, you can change the race car. You need to just express yourself while to maintain it. line, gets them up to 6th position. Walters in 15, comes across the line, improves it in that position. Dwyer, having a big gain. There we go, that's a jump and a half. From 22 seconds off of pole position, now being within just 1 second of Hackett in the Phoenix Sim Sport Porsche.
They validated again. We'll get a lap in at this bit.
Three drivers currently to actually set Robinson going to
Yeah, thank you for that.
no problem, just
Bit of salt in the wound.
You're throwing content on the face. It's just the classic ACM content farm, you know, where people keep saying it's rigged and we're proving it isn't. So, doing God's work.
When you were talking about it, people saying it was rigged earlier, Mark literally posted a message about it a minute afterwards.
To the side of the road, he said, no thanks, I'm not having any more of that. And he just decided to quit while he's ahead, it would seem. With Jonathan and radiates. Still trying to find the right level for the mic. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. Thank you, Monarch. I hope it was a little bit loud, or loud enough for people to hear. I'm still figuring stuff out. I've not streamed very often. This is my first time doing a little bit of everything for ACM. Lower the desktop audio. Okay. Sorry, Mark. Just tell me if it's okay in chat. I'm still trying to figure out all the levels and such. I'd ask Harry what his settings are, but he's still pushing for a lap. So you know what? We'll go on board with him, and I'm trying to figure out all the settings. Hopefully this is okay. And people can hear me properly, yammering over all these lovely pieces of German machinery. He doesn't have yet. It is true. I don't know if he has my mic or not. My esports team at uni have the same mic that I do in their streaming setup. Do -0 for mic and -15 for desktop. Okay. Yeah, this should be about right then, I suppose. I could add a little bit of gain to the mic or some other stuff. Work from there. I'm not sure if my stream settings are all right. Just thank you, Mark, for the amazing comment there. He was telling you had a good job. You did a really good job there. So have a word with him after the race. Blanchett. Sorry, we're just going to go on board with him for a moment because I've noticed he's 3/10 up coming through this sector now. Coming through the final corner. Can he maintain that momentum? You've got to pick your moment at the last corner perfectly so you don't spin the rear tyres. Can he improve his position? He improves his time, but he remains in 6th place. Pulled to the side of the road, he's called it quits. He says, "I don't think I can get any more of this," and he's seemingly done with his setup. I said 0, -15, and it worked. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's worked, and that everything is all good. Again, first time streaming, so I'm not entirely certain what settings I need to use. I'm still very much new to the whole streaming scene. We're looking at sector times at the moment. Ackerman is quickest in the first and final sector, with Jemiol, who's currently 3rd, fastest in the middle sector. Also, fun fact, Uzebi and Ackerman have exactly the same Sector 2 time of a 39.420. What an excellent time. Got to love that. We're approaching the end of qualifying now, just 10 seconds to go. Lillington jumps up to P4 with a 47.6. Lots of other drivers currently just sat in the pits, waiting for quality to be over. One driver who is not going to be waiting around is Harry, the only one to have not set a valid lap just yet. We're going to watch along, see where he can chuck himself at the end of qualifying. But it looks like we've solidly got Ackerman on pole position. That doesn't mean that Lillington and Jemiol aren't trying to dethrone him. Lillington's currently up by about 4/10 on their previous best. Now, I would have been racing tonight, but I decided to give the Porsche Cup cars a go, because the last time I drove them, I remember them not being very fun for me. Well, they were very fun, but I don't remember being very good in them. And I was watching earlier, saw a couple of the cars going round, well, in both ways, I suppose, as we see Jemiol go sideways behind Harry. That purple Porsche looking absolutely splendid at the moment. That's the most British thing I could have said there. Jesus. Gonna stay quiet as Harry comes through the last corner. Just let him focus. Coming out the final turn. Where can Harry slot himself? Is this lap valid? He slots himself up at 8th place.
But it was terrible.
I mean, you got a valid lap in at the end, which is good. Lillington able to actually dethrone Jemiol from 3rd. The top 4 separated by half a second. And I've just noticed, hold on, Kelly and Pryor had exactly the same qualifying time. What is this? Canada 2024? Blimmin' heck. Exactly the same. To the 1000th. Don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. Will either of you be switching to Race VC? Probably not. I will be staying in the commentary box. Watching the race. Yeah, just having a nice time, having a fun time. I need to figure out where to actually put everything, because at the moment we are. I don't know where to put the chat. Trying to keep an eye on everything at the moment. Go to the lead car. And I shall leave for a moment. With 1 minute to go until the formation lap starts. I shall be right back.
seconds. 10 seconds.
Involved in that. And as I said, the Discord link is in the description.
Yeah, I hope the stream didn't go black for everyone, but I am now back. I don't know why it's still saying the session has ended.
You can go and drive.
Well, I am in drive. Oh, there we go. Figured it out. Just had to pause and unpause. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so the field appears to have spread out a little bit, as it commonly does on these formation laps. Lillington having to hit the brakes as they seem to have overtaken Ackerman on the formation lap. Honestly, I'm surprised. Well, I don't know what they're trying. Sorry, what? I misheard.
Do you hear something funny? I was while you were gone, I was entertaining the stream, but then I realised you were on deafen, but no one heard me.
I should have just muted. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
It's all good. It was just time filler talking about what this race is, Discord series, what ACM does, stuff like that.
Alright, well, when the race gets a bit boring, about 10 minutes in, I'll probably fill people in.
I'll try and keep it active for you. I've got a long way to get up to where I should be.
Indeed. And Harry, I believe you told me just before this race started that you said you were good in every car that wasn't a GT3, which I find to be quite funny, but unfortunate because everyone loves the GT3s and doesn't really like the rest of the cars, unfortunately.
I've got an excuse this evening though. If I end up performing terribly, I can just say it's technically a GT3 car.
Yeah, it is. It's a GT3, but with a lot of the options stripped out. Right, sorry stream, I'm about to make a really awful joke because while I was out with my dad, he suggested I make it, and I can't not make it because of where we are right now. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Here we go. The drivers are bunching up, coming up to the start line. We're gonna see who truly is Hungary for victory as we approach the lights, and we go green here at the Hungaroring. Ackerman up the inside. We've got, I think that's Uzubi on the outside, looking to make a move. Is there going to be carnage at turn 1? Going in a helicam just in case there is. People seem to have kept it clean. Lots of position changes up and down the grid. I'm surprised we haven't actually seen any spinners yet. Ackerman solidly in the lead. Uzubi's looking for a little bit of a dive up the inside. Can Uzubi make it stick? They've got the outside line now. Ackerman holding up the inside. Was there a bit of contact there? I couldn't really tell. But JBL's even following Uzubi through. As they come now into the second sector, people have had a right good time. And I think we've just had a bit of an incident with Kelly. We're just going to have a little bit of a replay here. Yeah, just a lot of chaos down at turn 2. I couldn't exactly. That was you. Yeah, there you are, driving away from the incident. Yeah, I saw that yellow flag. I got very, very concerned. Yeah, just a bit of carnage further down the grid. The yellow flag seemed to have subsided now, thankfully. We're going to ride on board now with Ackerman, though, because he's still fighting right at the front. Look at that pack. All squeezed up together. Uzebi leading the way, Gemiol in second, Ackerman in third. Lillington squirrely on the exit, goes a little bit wide through the second to last corner. On the exit, Ackerman is now going to be absolutely charging. Lillington is really testing the patience of the FIA, going outside track limits anymore, and it's a 10-second penalty for Ocon as we see Gemiol around the outside looking for a move at Uzebi. Ackerman uses that to try and sneak up the inside of Gemiol. Is he going to make that move stick? Yes, he does! My God, what brilliant racing we are seeing today. Uzebi coming through the second turn. Still in the lead, but these scraps are not ending anytime soon. Wow. I don't think I could have asked for better racing, really. This is absolutely crazy. We can see the cars sliding now, coming through the second sector. This corner I always get wrong in the F1 games, because I always run the wheels on that white curb on the inside, which you definitely want to avoid, especially in these cars. Oh, Ackerman looking a little bit squirrely on the exit. Is Gemiol going to look for a little move up the inside? It looks like it, but oh, there's contact! There's contact between Gemiol and Ackerman. They've both gone off. That was a sketchy incident there. Ackerman is going down the order. Wow, it looks like Gemiol has drifted a little bit wide on the corner exit, hit the back of Ackerman. That's definitely going to go to the stewards. I'm going to watch Lillington now. Uzebi's clearly in the lead after Gemiol went for a little nibble of Ackerman's rear quarter panel, which you don't really want to be doing. I'm going to go back on board with Gemiol, actually, because they are very, very close to Jan Rosinski in the number 911, I suppose. Gemiol at the inside. Is he going to make this move around the outside of the final corner? No, he doesn't. But is he probably going to? He's probably going to get a little bit of a cutback, a little bit of a better exit out the final corner. Is he going to go for a move up the inside of turn one? Let's have a look. That's not what I wanted. Brakes on the inside. Oh, just solid work on the brakes. Up the inside, thank you very much, and up to P10 for Gemiol. Need to have a sip of water after that. God, I've barely had any time to breathe. We're already 5 minutes into the race. We've so much chaos, so much action already. Ackerman not wasting any time getting back through the field as well, making a move on Kelly. My God. Barely have any time to breathe. Gemiol's gotten past Mass as well, coming through the middle sector. Ackerman's looking for a move on Jan Rosinski. You can't make a move there. There's no way. Unless I'm wrong, which he does! He's probably going to have a bit of PTSD after Gemiol spun him out there, but he's managed to get past. I cannot fault this man's performance. That is a crazy move. Missed it. Okay, well, I don't know how to end the instant replay. Oh well. Should have flashed back 30 seconds, but that move up the inside of Jan Rosinski, absolutely surgical precision. Mass he moves to the outside. He's basically waving Ackerman by, and lets him just make the move. Mass doesn't want to fight it. I don't blame him, to be honest. Ackerman's got proper good pace. It's just unfortunate that he got a bit of that contact very, very early on into the race. Just trying to keep an eye on any of the battles that are happening behind. Let's switch back to Uzebi leading the way. Lillington is not slouching. They're staying solidly behind It's currently a Phoenix SimSport 1-2. And again, while we are good friends with the people at Phoenix SimSport, we promise you this series is not rigged and has never been rigged. We just have some very, very good drivers.
Not been rigged yet.
Not been rigged yet, no. There's a bit of a... Oh, and that's Mass. Mass has gone off. Was there some sort of incident there? Switching to the second TV cam. Did they just go a little bit wide out of the corner? Yeah, it's like he just chose not to turn in for that. A bit unfortunate, but yeah, just went a little bit wide. He's let Kelly and Slane through. He's got Walters and Jamrozinski right behind him. Walters just made a move on Jamrozinski. We go back to the action. The battle for the lead now. Oh man. 22 minutes remaining. And we've still got some lovely battles up and down the field as Lillian is sliding that car like it's a Formula Drift event through the final corner. Nearly loses the back end. Thankfully, keeps it all together. But nearly ran out of water just from this event. This is insane. Let's go back to Gemiol. On the back of Leon Hall in the number 42. Up the inside. Can he make that move? Let's have a little look there. It looks like Hall's still on the outside. We're now going to look at Gemiol's rear wing. Hall is going to be holding Ackerman up a little bit through these corners. Gemiol's focusing on the exit through turn 2. And through 3, it looks like Hall's actually gotten a really decent exit. Ackerman's using him for a little bit of slipstream. Gemiol uses him to cover off a little bit of a bump from behind. Not ideal. Hall nearly loses it. Ackerman is looking for a move anywhere that he can. He's darting all over the track, up the inside. He goes. Honestly, I think I couldn't have picked a better angle for that one. Gemiol and Ackerman, of course, some of the quickest drivers that we've got on the track, qualifying, I think both qualifying in the top 3, but that unfortunate contact earlier, Gemiol seems to have gone out on top, and that is Hall. That's Hall who's just gone around, lost the car, and he's just said, sorry, he's just said, nah, and he's in the pit lane now. He's probably not very happy with that one, and you know what? I don't blame him, because that was a very unfortunate sight to be seeing. It says that Hall's in the lead, but I can tell you for a fact he's not. At least on my race control thing. Ackerman and Gemiol are going to be battling very closely. I think this is going to be a rivalry we're definitely going to be wanting to keep an eye on, because with that contact earlier, Ackerman is definitely not happy. Look at him flashing Gemiol in the mirrors, almost to say, "I'm here, pal. You'd better actually look out this time," he says, as he's coming through the first corner. He's barely leaving any room for any sort of mistake, really. Go on board with him for a moment. We're going to see what's he seeing. Well, I'm telling you what he's seeing. A gap up the inside. He goes for it. I can't fault him for that one, but that is very, very close to contact. Both of them barely separable. I think there's about a tenth in it at this point. We're seeing them both come through sector number 2 now. Oh, as Gemiol nearly loses it. You can see just how much Ackerman is sawing at the wheel. He is desperate to get past this purple Porsche. I probably shouldn't be saying that without some sort of pop filter on the mic, because it's probably going to sound like absolute garbage if I do any plosives. Both the drivers not wanting to really leave any room for each other. Practically inseparable, what we're seeing here. Gonna look behind Gemiol. Unfortunately, the rear wing does seem to get in the way of everything. As Ackerman's gonna look for a little bit of a move. Oh, he's basically pushing him through the corner. Like they're a set of magnetic trains as they're going to be coming through Final turn now. There's barely anything separating the two. It's just going to be a battle of who can get on the throttle earlier out of the final corner, who can carry more speed. Ackerman's going to have that slipstream, 4/10 between them. This is an absolutely incredible battle. I don't think I've seen battles this close since insert race reference here. I can't think of one on the fly, unfortunately. I suppose that's just the way that F1 has been recently. There's a few battles up and down the field, but it looks like Ackerman's looked for a move up the inside. Gemiel knows he's ahead. There's space up the inside now. Ackerman and Gemiel side by side as they come through the next corner. Gemiel has the inside line, but they're going to get unsettled on the curb, and that has given Ackerman the position. It was on two wheels for a moment there, but that is Ackerman who's managed to get that place on Gemiel in the number 317. This is such a close battle. Very, very tense situation. Jan Brzezinski also seems to be in the pit lane. Can't tell if that is from damage or if that is something else that's maybe caused it. Gemiel goes a little bit wide. Again, if Ackerman sees Gemiel approaching him in that sector, he's probably going to get a little bit nervous after what had happened earlier on in the race. This fight is getting very intense. On the topic of another fight that's getting quite intense, Gemiel goes off. He's sliding. He's round. Ackerman's definitely got that position now. Oh boy. What a time to be watching this race. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead, there's only about half a second between the two. Excuse me. Grab some soda because I've got no more water to drink. Remember to stay hydrated, everyone. Preferably with water and not with fizzy drinks that may or may not reduce your life expectancy. Not sponsored, obviously. We've seen Walters just go by Mass. I didn't get that on the replay. You know what? Screw it. Let's get it on the replay. Why not? How's he made that move? Well, Mass just went wide at the second to last corner. Walters says, thank you very much, I'll be taking that. They're still side by side. Mass trying to hold the inside through the final corner. I mean, he's not going to make it stick. Walters has more momentum coming out of that last corner. Manages to take the place. Mass slips right back in behind. Very, very solid move from the number 15 car. Very, very well done. I keep wanting to say Porsche, but honestly, you could turn this into a drinking game. Take a shot every time I say Porsche. You'll be in the hospital from alcohol poisoning. Let's look at Heimlich and Pedro in the number 88, who's also looking for a move on this fluoro yellow Porsche. Excuse me. Gap between the top two has opened up a little bit more. This could even be a three-way battle for 5th place, as we see Harry is now harrying them for position, I suppose. You can see him just in the background there, behind the two. All about keeping your nose clean, especially in this sort of race where the cars are so unpredictable, where they're probably going to want to be spinning their wheels. On the topic of spinning their wheels, it looks like Robinson has had an off. I would go back and watch, but that, oh well, I just missed that. I wasn't watching. Pedro's made his way past Heimlich, which probably not a good manoeuvre from the number 21. Harry is now right on the back of him. Robinson seems to be really, really struggling to get that Porsche. The moment that you spin, the moment that you lose control of the car, your rear tyres are cooked, and that makes it much harder to actually keep control of the car, funnily enough. So, not being able to hold the car, the moment you lose the car, makes it even more likely that you're going to lose the car. On top of losing the car, Heimlich goes off, Goswell goes through. Brilliant move. Again, it's all about keeping your nose clean, keeping the car on the track. I've just heard Leon on controller. Welcome to the chat, Leon. Or Leo. I might have been saying your name wrong this whole time. My apologies. Yeah, racing on controller is always a difficult task, especially in these sorts of cars. The fact that you were able to get this far up the fact that you're able to keep it going for that long is substantial. On top of substantial, here goes Lillington looking around the outside of Userby. The two Phoenix drivers really not leaving an inch between them as they are coming through now. Turn number 2. Lillington is basically seemingly pushing Userby right through the corner. You're going to want to be taking as much momentum through these as possible. Just look at how much the cars are bouncing as Lillington bounces out of the track, which invalidates this lap. I'm surprised that we haven't seen any track limit penalties get applied yet by the game, given how much some of these drivers seem to be creatively interpreting the white lines, as Lillington is now as 8/10 separating the top 2. Scratch that, half a second, because Lillington's had a really good run through there. Lillington is really just not wanting to let this go at all. Well, I mean, giving it a try is what this series is all about. Tell you what, since the race has died down a bit, I'm gonna fulfill a promise for Harry, in that this is ACM. If you're new, welcome. This is part of our Discord series, where we have lots and lots of different races that contribute towards a sort of championship, whereby we see lots of different drivers come in and out. We see some returning faces, see some brilliant action as Lily is really pushing that car. You can see just how much you have to push this car to get the most out of it. Sometimes you're even sliding it through some of the corners. ACM's all about building your own career, building your own skill, and ACM is especially good at letting you try lots of different cars, lots of different tracks. In a race day, you'll have all the tracks which are community voted, by the way, so get in our Discord. You'll find the link in our chat. I shall put it there one more time. Here we go. Lovely. You can join the Discord and you can vote for the next track that we race at. Whether it's for the Discord series or some other thing that we're doing in the future, you decide the track, we decide the car, and you decide whether or not you want to try it. And that's what's so good about the Discord series, is that you can just kind of come in and out whenever you want. You can give it a nice little go, have a fun little race. If you're available, pop on, you know. There's no harm in giving it a nice country try. It's all about just coming in, having a bit of fun, doing a bit of racing, and if you're available more often than not, you can even fight for the championship as Harry loses the car a little bit coming through the S's.
But in first instead of second.
Yeah, no, first gear, don't want to use that, especially in these cars which have so much power. Using first gear anywhere but the pit lane is a bit of a death wish, it would seem. Ackerman approaching the back of Heimlich. Gemiol now has an 11-second gap. That spin earlier must have really put a big gap between the two. Let's go a little bit further back. We're watching the Team Rocket Porsche blasting its way up. I said Lily was a Phoenix Sim Sport driver. Might have got that wrong. I just know that they're there. I think they raced for Team Rocket alongside Ackerman, who's now looking to go alongside Heimlich as they come into the first corner. It's a bit of moving under braking from Heimlich, who maybe wiggles a little bit. Ackerman goes wide. Heimlich goes right through. What a manoeuvre from him. We're watching number 21 and number 23 battling it out quite hard now, coming through turn 2. Ackerman is the faster car, but Heimlich is just playing it very, very smart. I believe this is one of our closing races to the Discord series. That's not saying that we're ending it, but this part of the Discord series, our Q2 Discord series, is going to be coming to a close, and this is one of the ways that we are giving it a good old send-off. And speaking of sending, Ackerman's sending it up the inside of Heimlich. Is he going to go for a move coming into the chicane? Yes, he is, and he makes it before the corner even happens. Heimlich maybe cuts it a little bit too much. Yeah, that's Ackerman solidly up in 8th place. Very, very nicely done from him. He's really worked his way back up from an unfortunate incident earlier. It's been a brilliant recovery drive, and he's now made his way up into P7. Oh, man. Right. There's, of course, wherever you are in ACM, whether you're new to sim racing or if you are... If you're very experienced, you can hop in, you can find people of your skill level and race with them. To answer the question in chat, the Discord series, it's not a once a week thing. Basically,
3 times a week.
Yeah, normally you'll find it on, I think it's like Tuesdays and Fridays, right? Is like the big days for Discord series. There might be a third day that I'm missing, but who knows?
We've got the mini endurance series on the Wednesdays, which is anywhere from 100 to 180 minutes. You can do that solo, or you can do it with another driver.
I'd recommend doing it with another driver, personally.
It's a good way to get a lot of points in the Discord series, because it's all about how many laps you do and how clean you are. So if you can do an 180-minute race and you can do it without getting in any incidents, then you're going to gain a significant amount of points in the Discord series. So
indeed,
if you want to get in and high on the leaderboard, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even done a single race, and I'm up in the top 15. So I just realised I've done this whole stream and haven't actually introduced myself. How rude of me! I apologise, everyone. My name's Doug. I've had a cold for the last 2 weeks, and I feel like garbage. And I'm going to be taking you through this lovely, lovely experience. I'm a driver for Shortcar Blue Shark E-Racing. We raced in the... Okay, well, hold on. This is a bit of action happening here. Approaching some lap traffic. Is, I think that's Jamrazinski or Robinson, and there's contact with a back marker! That is something you don't want to see. Harry's keeping it facing the right way. But that is, that's a few positions loss for the number 8 Porsche. That is not something you really don't want to be seeing, which is, an incident like that. That is a big shame.
Out of anyone you can break the rules in front of, why would you do it in front of the owner?
Yeah, exactly. That's the silliest. That's the silliest thing I think I've seen all day. And I have seen a cat wearing a propeller hat with a lollipop, and that was pretty silly. Wow, that was something I was not expecting to see. Anyway,
Down into 8th.
down in 8th goes Goswell, and up into 6th goes Ackerman. That unfortunate incident helping out the Team Rocket driver, who's now looking for a move on the number 88 of Pedro. He's looking around the outside. Surely not. Surely not. He's not going to make that stick. But he does not make that stick because he goes off the track, but he's now up the inside of Pedro. I think it's turn 7 or turn 6. I don't know the corner numbers, but he's going to make that stick. Pedro's just having to tuck back in behind him. Oh, very, very close between the two on the brakes. Pedro looks for a bit of a cheeky up the inside there. I think that's Jamrazinski, who might be getting in the way. Oh, Walters even, sorry. I can't read. Pryor has gone. That was Pryor! Okay, never mind. Pryor's had some sort of issue, and he's now in the pit lane. This has promoted Ackerman from what was a comfortable P6 to now... sorry, what was a comfortable P5 now to P4. Wow. Wow, wow. Lots and lots of drama that we are seeing here in this race. Don't think I've ever seen... I've never seen racing quite like this. This is incredible. And this is exactly why, if you're watching, join us. ACM is a lovely community. I joined about a year ago. Started racing by myself. Eventually I found even more communities. It's a brilliant starting point for if you just want to dip your toes into some little ACC races. Brilliant thing about Discord series, don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do a race whenever you're available and you know, hop on track, have a bit of action, and a subject of action. I just missed that. Harry, do you mind if I do an instant replay on that spin right there?
Rather not, but go ahead.
Well, let's go for it. Let's see what happened here. Looking for a move on Heimlich. Let's actually go up at a helicam. Coming through turn 1. There's a gap on the inside. Goswell goes for it. Just a bit early on the throttle, hits the front end of the car. That is something you don't want to be seeing. I'm glad I asked for permission before showing that, because I would have felt sorry if I just switched to that without asking you.
It's not my finest moment, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
I might have to use the excuse of this is a GT3 car.
It is basically a GT3 car that everyone is forced to drive at TC0. So that's your excuse this time round. Sorry, as I was saying, brilliant thing about the Discord series, don't have to do every race, just pop in whenever you feel like it. If there's a track combo that you like, just hop in. There's no shame in it. This Saturday as well, we've got a lot of races on in our Saturday Shenanigans series, and I'm going to see if I can actually remember the races that are on. I know that there is a GT4 Cup race at Brands Hatch, which I'm going to be racing in. There's going to be a race at the Nordschleife, and as well as that, there is the Phoenix SimSport World Challenge Season 10 first round at Monza. Yes, and the race at the Nordschleife is it German only cars, or is it 32 slots German manufacturers?
Any German manufacturers as well. So you can even come in the Porsche Cup car if you got Death Wish.
Yeah, if you want to die at every single corner, then you can definitely pick the Porsche Cup car, but that restricts everyone to Audi, Mercedes, the Porsche GT3 cars. Am I missing a German manufacturer and embarrassing myself? I don't think so. Is Reiter? Oh, the Bimmer. Yeah, of course. One of the most common German cars you see on the road. And I completely forgot about them. Excuse me. Yeah, I will be racing in the Phoenix SimSport World Challenge race, and I'll be racing in the GT4 Cup as well, so you might catch me there if there's a broadcast. Don't know if there will be one.
The times for those interested, it's 2 PM UTC for the GT4. Sorry, 1 PM UTC. And then the Phoenix one is at, I think it's 4 PM UTC?
Something along those lines, yeah.
And then the final race, which is the German manufacturers only, that is it's a 45-minute race, and that starts at 6:30 PM UTC.
Yeah, so definitely don't miss it, because we've got plenty of action coming up in the future. Get involved with the Discord, get involved with the races. We've got plenty of action that will be coming to you in the coming weeks. We've got lots and lots of awesome drivers, brilliant community. I'll say without ACM, I don't think I'd have even been signed for my for the racing team that I'm with now. I've had lots and lots of, I don't say lots and lots of experience in sim racing. I'm still quite new to the whole thing. I think I've only been doing it for about a year or so now. If you are looking to get a start in it and you're in the chat, I will be the first to say this. Well, I definitely won't be the first to say that it's a brilliant place to start, and I probably won't be the last. Am I biased because I'm currently commentating and watching all the action? Probably. However, somebody's probably not biased about all the results here in ACM. Uzebi from Phoenix SimSport, who is currently coming through the last couple of corners, sliding the car out of the second to last corner, coming through the final one now. They're going to have to pick the point where they are crossing the line, putting the throttle down across the line to win at the Hungaroring. Uzebi bringing home Phoenix to their #1 spot with the fastest lap to boot by a solid margin, I must say, about a tenth in it between themselves and Ackerman. going side by side with Lillington, who's currently second place. Blanchett and Ackerman round up third and fourth. Pedro finishes in P5. Brilliant race for them. Heinrich able to keep the car facing in the right direction and finishing in P6. Harry coming around the final corner nearly loses the car.
I was trying to drink. I'm not as good as Mark.
Yeah, that's a P7 for Harry. We've got Kelly here coming through to finish 8th. Slane just behind. Probably also going to see a Gemiol. That's a car that's backwards. That's not what we're going to be facing there. Gemiol's going to look in the final corner to make a move on Walters. A top 10 finish would be a lovely recovery for Gemiol. Are they going to get a really good run out the last corner? Not good enough to see themselves get 10th. I'm going to be on board with Mark. Well, there he is, demonstrating his drifting prowess. My God. If this was a drift competition, I'd say we'd definitely have a solid contender here. The angle that they're taking as well is substantial. I didn't know you could drift that much in a Porsche Cup car. Someone give T-Pain this man's number, because I need to see them have a drift battle. We're going to see Jamozinski pulling up to the back of the field with a P13 finish. And that concludes this round here at the Hungaroring. We can see all the Phoenix people coming through. Turn number 7 now. Ackerman and Lillington and Eusebi all coming through. Just side by side. Probably giving each other a little cheeky wave out the window. And wow. What an absolutely magnificent race. I don't think we could be seeing anything better. I thought the Porsche Cup cars were all about spinning. I didn't see as many spins as I thought I would today. Harry, as one of the drivers, P7 finish. How would you say the race went for you?
For me, terrible. I was caught up in the incident at the start, which obviously shoved me down quite a way, and then from there on it was just sort of hard to get back to my pace, really. I had 13 seconds of damage. Whenever I got close to someone, I ended up slipping back for one reason or the other, but to be honest, I really enjoyed it. Even though it wasn't my best race, and it wasn't the performance that I wanted, it was good. These Cup cars are an absolute thrill. And even though I am sweating quite significantly, I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Certainly, and I would be very much looking forward to commentating on this again, because this has been an absolutely amazing race. I've barely had any time to breathe, which normally I wouldn't appreciate, but this time I do. Because we've had some brilliant racing, brilliant entertainment. There's some entertainment there, watching Mark just snaking around the track in the Dinosaur AO Racing Cup car. Giving it the old Scandi flick through the final sector. You know what? I'm really happy to see the amount of people that signed up today. The amount of people who were able to race with us, and the amount of people who didn't spin. But yeah, thanks to everyone for joining us here tonight on the stream. If you want to join us, the Discord link is going to be in the chat now. There it is. Join us on Discord. Follow us on SimGrid. We've got plenty of action that's going to be coming up in the future. So make sure that you stick around, because we've got some amazing stuff happening soon. And we'd love to see you there. So thank you to everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time.